Okay, this is going to be a video for Algebra 1. This is domain and range of functions of unique graphs. So what we want to do with this is we want to label the following, okay? We're going to label arrows, which we did in the previous lesson. We're going to label turns, and we're going to label endpoints, okay? All right, now, I don't have any arrows, I don't have any turns, but I have endpoints. This is -2 over 1, 2, 3, -4 down. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Okay, so for my domain, we talked about this before. Domain is smallest x to biggest x, okay? Range is smallest y to biggest y. All right. Now, here's something that you need to understand. All circles are closed except if they are drawn open, which means you see a big open circle. If that's the case, you use curved brackets. Okay? All right? So for this one, these are both closed. So my smallest x, x, y, x, y. Smallest x is -2. Biggest x is 5. So that's the domain. The range, my smallest y is -4. My biggest is +4. So that is my domain and range. Okay? We're going to go through some graphs here. Okay? Now this one, I have an arrow. That is a right arrow, so that's positive infinity. That arrow is going up, okay? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is -5 over 1, 2, -3 down. Okay, there are no turns here, okay? All right, there are no turns. So my smallest x value, this is x, would be -5. The biggest would be infinity. My range, my smallest y value is -3, and my biggest y value is infinity. Just like we talked about in the previous lesson, infinity is a really big number, okay? So we go through some of these graphs. Now, here I have drawn an open circle at -1, 1. Here, I have to put this turn in here. That's 2, -3. And then I got a closed circle at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got to look at all these x values. Now my smallest x value is -1, and since it comes from an open circle, I do a curved bracket. Now my biggest x value is 6, and since that comes from a closed circle, it's a square bracket. My range, my smallest y value is -3, and my biggest y value is going to be 5, okay? So all you got to do is label this, okay? All right? That's a curve because I got that number from an open circle, all right? Okay, now this one. I got 2 right arrows. This right arrow is going up. This right arrow is going down, okay? Now I've got a turn here. That's -2, 0. So x, x, x. Okay, so my smallest x value of all of those things is -2. Now, somebody said, Mr. Evans, how did you know that was closed? It's always closed unless they draw it open. The biggest x value is positive infinity. My range, my smallest y value, all right, okay, my smallest y value here is -infinity, and my biggest y value is positive infinity. Now, is this a function? From the previous lesson, if I make a vertical line that passes through there, that's going to be no. So that's the function for no. Okay, let me go back. I skipped that for these other ones. Let's talk about these. Okay, so this one, all right, vertical line only passes through once. So as a function, that would be yes. Okay, all right. This one also only passing once. That function is also yes. All right. This one, only passing through a point one time, that function would be yes. Okay. This function right here we just went over is no because of that vertical line test. Okay, now this one. Okay, I got to label a bunch of things. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is -4, -1. Got to label this other endpoint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1. I got to label these turns. -2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. This turn up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. So my domain is what is my smallest of these x values? Well, my smallest x value is -4. My biggest x value is +4. So that is my domain. My range is smallest y value. So the smallest y value out of here is -5. The biggest y value is 6. Now, is this a function? Well, anytime I make a vertical line, it only passes through once. So this would be yes. Okay? All right. Now, this one, I don't have any arrows. I don't have any. Now, here's where my endpoints of a circle would be. I want to go to these points. So that's 1, 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. This is 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. And this is -2 over 3 up. Okay? So for my domain, my smallest x value of all of these is going to be -2. My biggest x value would be 4. My range, my smallest y value is, so range is y value, would be 0. And the biggest y value would be 6. Is this a function? Well, if I made a vertical line, like especially through those two, okay, that would be no, so that one's not a function. Okay, so use the same process. You want to label your arrows, your endpoints, your turns. Okay, all right, so arrows, endpoints, turns, and sometimes the turns are on the outside. Okay, and then just find the domain and range like we did in the previous lesson. Smallest x to biggest x, range is smallest y to biggest y. Whether it's a function or not, vertical line passes through there more than once, the answer is not a function.